I think the most common side effect, I would say side effect, the most common effect, I would say side effect of insomnia will be actually the immediate ones, the lethargy that you feel immediately, the difficulty in concentrating, that's what you affect. And actually, a lot of us also feel that you can't do work as productively as usual when so that's actually what you see immediately. And symptomatic wise, which we will see in TCM, is that you actually feel this flushing of heat within you if you can't sleep. In Chinese, called 虚火. Again, if you realize the balance of yin and yang, you are supposed to transit between the heatiness and coolingness. So, not sleeping enough, you then do not rest the coolingness part, which is the yin, and hence you result in your heatiness part being more flaring up. Make some sense now? Yeah. So, and that's why we explain why people feel that the heatiness in them when they don't sleep. And that's why people, when they don't sleep, they tell you they get more ulcers, low-grade fever, and they feel hot as well. So we realize, as I mentioned just now, maybe TCM and Western medicine do have some linkage, because in the earlier days, TCM has thought that the heart regulates the mind, So, and we realize that if the mind is not rested, your heart then get affected as well. So some disease, so the coronary artery diseases of the heart and the blood vessels seems to be affected more if you cannot sleep as well as normal people a few hours before you sleep, and then you will need to, so when daytime comes, and then that will then recreate your body clock. This is actually supposed to be the reason of how it was used in the past. But of course, I think why you're saying tubs and tubs, because number one, it's definitely useful. People do find it's useful. And two is that we have more and more people working shifts, traveling, and that's why they need more and more of this. And of course, lastly, interestingly, as in all things, when we have a new supplement, some other effect may be noticed. So there are actually recently a few other effects that is good about melatonin is being discovered. So people actually are taking it for the other effects. So it seems to be able to reverse some of the dementia problem. It seems to be able to actually prevent some of the cancer issue as well. So all of this is in studies, but of course when it comes to studies, people get interested, and if they see it as no major problem, they don't mind taking it. So I think if you look at it, it's not a sleeping pill. It is something that actually is produced to actually induce you to fall asleep, and very usefully, it mimics the body clock, and it's better than sleeping because it regulates the body clock, and hence it will be useful if you are traveling off time zones to actually adapt to the time zone. If you at least look at how we look at sleep disorder in TCM, the two main reasons are imbalance and insufficiency. So in the whole herb, some are replenishing. So if it's due to insufficiency, as you see if you want to simplify things, the older fogies are usually insufficient, the younger fogies are imbalanced, in the easier way to understand, right? So the insufficient you nourish, the imbalance you balance. So as I said, the imbalance part is usually more heaty. That's why your lohan guo, your zimu, and even your licorice is cooling in nature. That balance. Your insufficiency, you nourish, so your jujube seed, your berry fruit, your dates, and even your poria, nourish.